On today's show, our very own hometown celebrity chef Alex Belew, winner of Hell's Kitchen Season 21, shares his experience on the show and tells us about what he's doing now. Kelli Beam from the Rutherford County Chamber of Commerce will give us a preview of what's happening in our community as we approach summer. And don't forget our Purple Paws Bet of the Week. I hear she's handing out butterfly kisses. So grab your partner and do-si-do, kick on back. Let's start the show. Good morning, Murfreesboro, for Friday, May 16th, 2025. Begins now.
Good morning, Murfreesboro. I'm Lance Chandler.
And I'm Rachel Albertson. Welcome to another episode of Good Morning Murfreesboro, where we bring to light what makes Murfreesboro shine.
Yeah, and well, some things didn't shine this week, but she did such a great job. We've been talking about it for a few weeks. Maddie Pruitt. She did get voted out of American Idol, but she made it a long way, which is amazing.
That's still a shine. That is a shine for our Eagleville native.
I know. So we want to thank everybody out there that supported her on her behalf. You know, our community is probably what helped push her so far into that, and her amazing talents.
Right.
Who knew we had somebody like that, you know, just living here that could sing that well? That's so young. That's phenomenal.
She has really done an amazing job.
She has. And
then we have some really great news. Our one-eyed kitty Columbo got adopted.
That's amazing.
I know, so quickly. So if it was one of you watching, thank you.
Yeah, and you know, that's the thing about this. Make sure that you're sharing it and talking about it, because we've had a lot of animals that have been adopted.
Yeah. So and we really like that. We're animal lovers at heart.
I know. We got our dogs at home, and we
do.
We love them. You got your what type of dog is your little dog?
Well, it depends on if she's being good or bad. She's a poodle Shih Tzu mix, which is a sheep poo. And then if she's bad, it's the reverse.
We have a little Jack Russell. No, we got two. We got good. I could not. Three. Two's the limit. Like not three. We dog sat my in-laws' dogs before, which put us at 4, and it will push you over the edge. But yeah, we got a little Jack Russell and an Aussie, mini Aussie, and that's enough. We're good. Yeah.
All right. Well, this is the time. Do you have a joke?
I do have a joke.
Awesome.
All right. The duck walks into the pharmacy and talks to the pharmacist. I need some chapstick. Pharmacist hands him some chapstick, says, I'll be $1.50. Duck says, put it on my bill.
Oh, you're doing good with these jokes, I have to say.
Yeah, I appreciate you. I'm glad somebody thinks I am.
Makes a very child-friendly show. Well, let's bring up some Southernisms. Welcome to Murfreesboro, people. We're going to help you learn how to speak like a native or understand your neighbors. So our first word is doohickey.
Yeah, I think that one's like nationally used, but I've heard that it's used more in the South than other places.
I did research, and it said it was definitely a Southern term.
It's like, so doohickey,
right?
It's like a thingamabob, right?
Right. A thingamajig, thingamabob, that thing over there.
Yeah, it's a something.
Right, and you use that.
And you don't know what that something is when you say it, right?
Try to hide the fact that you're forgetting things.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a doohickey.
That's the best way I can describe it. I'm from here, and that's the only way I know.
And although it's not the season, you can never, ever, 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 ever say that football is not important. Especially college football.
Those are fighting words. Those are fighting words around here. So can't be going around saying that.
SEC football is a religion, I am told.
Yeah, you're doing great. Look at you.
Slowly being brought along. You know I don't sports? I'm getting there.
Well, you're getting there.
Practice.
Little at a time.
Oh.
Well, we got some things to talk about. It's national days that we have coming up this week.
We do.
A big one today.
Uh-oh.
It's donut.
Thank you, Neil.
Oh, Neil. We about lost it.
Oh, they moved around in there.
they slid. Donut week.
It is Donut Week.
Yeah, so
we love us some Donut Country donuts.
Doco.
Yes, we actually have some in front of us that we're not going to nibble yet.
We're not going to nibble yet? Oh, I have this one that's like the...
I got red velvet.
I think this might be the churro one. I'm really not sure. Oh,
churro one?
There's flames.
Uh-oh. So, was also your birthday yesterday.
It was.
So it's bad luck to celebrate early, as my German exchange student told me. So we are going to celebrate a day late.
Okay.
I'm not going to sing. So all of you just sing it in your head.
You can type happy birthday in the comments.
There you go. There you go. Happy birthday, late.
Hey, thank you so much. Got to make a wish.
Yeah. Okay.
I can't tell you what it is or
Well,
what country, you know.
don't.
I can't
Absolutely.
do that. Look, I don't know if I've ever had a donut as my cake for my birthday, so that's a first for me.
We do some random stuff. The kids get to pick whatever it is.
Yeah,
Or
there
they
you go.
did. Whatever they wanted.
Yeah.
And that's what we had. One year we had like cherry streusel.
Oh, that's
Or
okay.
strudel or whatever it's called. I don't know. Well, it is National Donut Week, so go get some donuts.
Absolutely. And then we also have National Barbecue Day. So if you remember Charlie, that was on
Charlie
here.
was on here, yeah.
Yeah, that's today.
Is it?
Yeah, so if you're a
Okay.
barbecue enthusiast, go get you some.
And today is do something nice for your neighbor, so you can go get them donuts or go get them some barbecue.
Yep, and then tomorrow is National Fiddle Day.
Do you play the fiddle?
That's one of the instruments I don't play. I play several of them.
I
but-
can't believe that there's something, we finally found something Lance doesn't do.
Fiddle is not one of them. I would like to learn, but a little bit of mandolin, I can do that. Harmonica, piano, drums, bass,
Spoons.
guitar. I could probably
Whip up some spoons.
Yeah, and do something on some spoons.
Well, Sunday is Visit Your Relatives Day, so kids come see your mama.
And then Tuesday is National Pick Strawberries Day. I don't know if people know that. It's strawberry season.
Yes,
Yep.
yes. I don't know because I'm not in all the know, but you used to be able to go pick strawberries here in Murfreesboro.
I don't think they do that anymore.
think so.
There's a huge, not here locally, but in Portland, they have a huge strawberry festival.
They
I don't know
do.
if that's happened
Yeah.
yet or not. But they do a big one there, and there's places around that you can go get strawberries and surrounding counties that grow them fresh and stuff too. That
Super good.
Yeah.
I love
And probably
strawberries.
some stuff here too. We're
Yes.
farmers market.
Yeah. Wednesday is National Waiter and Waitresses Day. You can show your support by going out to eat and making sure that you nicely tip your waiter or waitress.
Tip well. You never know. Sometimes you have bad service, right? And you never know what somebody's going through that day.
True.
So it could just be a bad day for them and they didn't mean it toward you. So just make sure that you continue to tip
And
well.
don't blame the wait staff if your food isn't good because they had nothing to do with cooking it. I'm just saying.
That'll mean something later, guys. It's also Talk Like Yoda Day. I can't do that. So
I don't even know.
I don't know.
I don't even know. No.
I watch Star Wars. I just, I'm not.
That's for sports.
What?
Thursday is National Vanilla Pudding Day.
Yeah.
You need vanilla pudding to make Nana pudding.
Yep. Moving along to the vanilla pudding day, away from the Yoda.
All right. This day in history, in 1963, the last Mercury space flight carrying Gordon Cooper was launched. Mercury was the beginning of America's entrance into the space race. We've come a long way. We have SpaceX now.
All kinds of stuff.
All kinds
Feels
of
like
stuff.
all these billionaires are getting in together and it's a race to space,
Yeah, I'm going to stay here on Earth. I like
Yeah.
it here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we talked about before, but
Yeah.
we have Rhea Seddon. I think I'm saying her name right. Is one of the first female astronauts.
Yeah, 1978, right?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
a great year.
It was a great year. What was that year?
I was 6. It was a great year. It was a great year.
Well, we got some celebrity birthdays to go over. Today is Janet Jackson. She's 59. And I heard she's performing, I think, on the American Music Awards, if I remember correctly.
Nice.
First time since, in like 7 years, she's performed on an award show, or maybe 17 years. I can't remember
It had
the
a
exact
7 in
number.
there somewhere.
It's 7 or 17.
Actor Pierce Brosnan is 72.
Wow. And then Tucker Carlson is 56.
Sunday, George Strait turns 73.
The king. You
gonna belt anything
cross
out?
my heart and promise to give all I've got to give to make all your dreams come true. That's all I'm doing.
He can do anything. I'm telling you, anything.
And then on the 20th, we have Cher, who's 79. What?
You gotta sing some Cher?
Oh.
Neil, you just called it out on Cher.
Thanks, our producer Neil was like, no, that's Rachel's job.
No, and I don't sing. I'm allowed to lip sync, not allowed to sing.
We can do Sunny and Cher.
Are you doing both of them? So also on the 20th, Doug the Pug, the social influencing dog, turns 13, which
If
you do math.
Yeah, 91 in dog years. That's
Getting up there.
Getting up there. And Doug the Pug. You know who Doug the Pug is?
I think that I've seen it once, but
Yeah, he's a cool dude.
I have to do that for work, so I stay off of it in my real life.
Then on the 21st, we have Josh Allen, football player. He's turning 29 or 103 in dog years.
And this is for my sister. The great Tony Stewart is turning 54 on the 21st.
We also have to thank our sponsors. We have Superior Overhead Doors.
615 Insurance.
Infoworld Social Media.
Achieve Entrepreneur Center.
Hemispheres Wine Bar.
And Valley Growers.
I went and I picked up some flowers.
Did you?
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah.
I grabbed some ferns. I know you said that was odd to hear a man say we need ferns, but we needed them.
Yeah. My daughter and I, when she feels a little better, we're going to go there and pick out some stuff. She's very excited.
Awesome.
Well, if you can't find anything to do in Murfreesboro, you're not looking hard enough, and you're definitely not watching our show. Tomorrow, it's time to step up and save lives. The American Heart Association walk is back on Gateway Island. Check in tomorrow at 8. The walk begins at 9:30. Make sure you register online. You can walk for someone you love or just walk to save lives.
Great calls.
Yes. Also, tomorrow, get ready for a fun-filled adventure at Cannonsburg Village. This is great if you have kids. So you can venture through the village. It happens from 10 to 2. You can enjoy games like I Spy, and there's a scavenger hunt. I do love me a scavenger hunt. And they have clever riddles and things that you can do while you're exploring that historic village, which is super cool.
That is really cool over there.
Yeah, it's free and open to all ages, as long as it doesn't rain too much. So don't miss this exciting way to learn, play, and explore. Then tomorrow night, head to Hop Springs for Rockin' Against Alzheimer's. This is a fundraiser for Alzheimer's Tennessee, and we had Cheryl here on the show, and she talked to us and explained what all they do for people.
Yeah, and they have an amazing band.
Yes.
Yeah, 80s mixtape.
Yeah. For people in my age bracket, like 1978, you'll be right there. The doors open at 6. The show starts at 7. And last year when I was there, they had some special purple drinks that were pretty cool. So you can get tickets in advance or at the door. All right, here we go. Are you ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
Get ready for the TSSAA Spring Fling 32. Tennessee's premier high school sports championship event is back. Next week, beginning Tuesday, runs through Friday. It's hosted by none other than the Rutherford County Chamber of Commerce. And those events are things like baseball, boys and girls lacrosse, girls softball, soccer, tennis, and track and field. The events are at various locations and time around Murfreesboro, so you can get your tickets and find out those locations online, or if you just show up at the gate, they'll let you in as well. Don't miss this action-packed week of fun.
You did great. You know, you almost have that EA Sport that's in the game vibe going.
TSSAA. I had to ask in advance, but I got it right. Finally, beginning on Wednesday evening from 4 to 7, join us for the Murfreesboro Farmers Market at the Farm, hosted by Williamson Family Farm. This producer-only market will be open every Wednesday now through October. You can find fresh fruits and vegetables, locally raised meats, farm-fresh eggs, homemade baked goods and canned treats, locally crafted items, and much more. You can shop local meat growers and enjoy an evening outdoors.
Yeah, and if you're wanting more information on these, or if you don't remember what we said just a second ago and you want to go find some events to go to over the week, then follow the links below in our comments or in our description below.
Right.
And right after this first message, we will have Alex Belew, our first guest. All right, and we are back with our first guest, Alex Belew, winner of Hell's Kitchen, local here to Murfreesboro, our local chef.
Yeah.
Thank you for being on.
One of the only ones. We're a rare breed around here.
Well, thank you so much for being here today.
I'm just saying.
So when you got here this morning, you told us a great story about your morning routine. So what do you do every morning that makes me want to cry?
I wake up at 4:45.
That's the first one.
Is that the thing? Drink a liter of water.
That's a lot.
And then about 8 cups of coffee.
Okay.
And then I get into a 39-degree cold plunge for 4.5 minutes.
The 8 cups of coffee was the shocking part of that.
Well, the cup is a 4-cup cup, so it's really only 2 cups.
Yeah, that's how I.
But it says 10 when I make it.
They call that girl math.
That's chef math.
I can relate.
Yeah.
That's 2 cups. Two cups of coffee.
There you go.
And then I have an energy drink, and then I'm ready to go. Yeah. It's a good day. It's a good day. Gotta get jazzed.
Gotta get jazzed up.
Yeah.
We talk about your morning routine. Let's talk about Alex a little bit. Tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
Well, I don't know where do we start?
Oh, you could,
Moved to Murfreesboro when I was 4. Went to all the schools here back when there were a few options, not many options. Was politely asked to leave MTSU my junior year.
Wow.
Was in bands, working in restaurants, went to culinary school. Actually graduated with honors at the top of my class because apparently that's what I was made to do, was cook. And then was a worship pastor at New Vision, ran a catering business for a long time, opened a restaurant. COVID had something else to say, got super depressed, applied for Hell's Kitchen, got on, won, wasn't expecting that at all. And then the last 3 years has been really weird. That's really all there is to it.
I like it. In a nutshell. There you go. Condensed
my
version.
Notes version is just a 1 page.
Yeah, that's great. You look at your bio. Boom, boom, boom.
That's it, bullet points. And here we are.
Are you still involved in Hell's Kitchen at all?
Yes. So I worked in Atlantic City for 14 months. I was there 1 week a month. I didn't want to take the job because it required moving the family to Atlantic City, which if you don't know much about Atlantic City, if you like meth and crime, it's a great place. So didn't take my kids there. They came once to visit, not meth addicts now. It's great. And then last week I was in Miami with Gordon and his team. I did a dinner at Hell's Kitchen Miami there. And then Saturday I worked the F1 race, which that looks really cheesy on TV to me, watching things drive in circles. But being there live, I have a whole new appreciation.
It's an adrenaline rush.
Guys and girls are ripping.
That's Formula One for those who don't know.
You're doing great today.
It's a very expensive sport. The car that we were next to the Aston Martin garage, their car was like $2.5 million.
I know. It's
the
crazy.
steering wheel was $20,000.
Yeah.
The people that were in our little restaurant paid a high price to eat Gordon's food. Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank was in there.
Oh, wow.
The girl who's a singer that was on White Lotus was in there. Yeah. So it was cool. It was fun. So I still do things with HK, maybe more coming down the road. I did actually just film Gordon's new TV show that comes out next Wednesday.
Wonderful.
So it's called Secret Service. I'm on 2 episodes of that.
Wonderful.
And, that's just kind of how it's going.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's great. That sounds overwhelmingly busy when you put it like that.
That's why he has 2 big cups of coffee and
drink. It's weird. It's when you're busy, you're super busy, but then the downtime, you're questioning all your life's choices because I'll be gone for 4 weeks and super busy, and then I'll be home for 2 weeks with nothing to do. And my wife works from home now due to COVID, and she comes downstairs, and I'm still sitting there, and she's like, "You need to get a job." And I'm like, "I don't know what to do." And then I'm gone for 3 weeks. She's like, "We miss you. Come home." I'm like, "Pick one. Which one do you want me to do? You want me to get a job, or do you want me to be gone?" I don't know. So it's fun though. It's just you never really know what month to month is going to look like. And you just kind of always waiting on the next call.
Yeah, well, it's exciting. Keeps things kind of
it keeps things loose and fun.
Yeah, shake it up a little bit every now and then. That's a lot of fun. Well, is there anything lesson that you learned through all this that just stands out to you? In the process of things, I know that can be overwhelming. You're getting flooded with.
Yeah, I think the thing that we all realized during Hell's Kitchen was that everybody can do a whole lot more than they think they can. We were all running on 90 minutes to 2 hours of sleep a day for 3 weeks, working 21 hours a day, incredibly grueling, demanding, physically, mentally, emotionally. It's just taxing.
Yeah.
But every single person pushed through it. And so I think we all learned we're capable of so much more than we think we are, but we limit ourselves. And that's why, use the gym as an example, working out with a trainer who will push you past the point where your brain tells you to quit, you can do it. And that's the same way with life and in a job. And, Gordon's trying to pull the best out of you and see who can handle it and not crack. And really, we can all step up to the plate a little bit more than we think we can.
Yeah.
Our brains tell us to quit far before we're ready to.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow. That's pretty cool.
Wow. Well, Jody Powers was one of our first guests, and we talked about it on the show, but you did something special for Liberty Station.
Yeah, we did I pitched an idea to her last year about kind of doing like a chef-inspired grilled cheese, mix it up, bring in some new business, maybe, spark a little bit more interest. And so I know she had myself, Jason Matheson from Primrose Table. I'm not sure who else did it, but I did a birria grilled cheese, which is basically like Mexican pot roast.
Yeah.
Got a little au jus dipping sauce. Delicious. Put it on a grilled cheese with some pepper jack cheese. You know, just something easy. It can come together easy. It's fun. It's delicious. And, you know, I think they sold out in one day. So it's cool.
She said great things about it.
Yeah.
Well, what she's doing over there is awesome. I mean, she's giving people jobs and sense of purpose that would have normally a harder time doing that, and giving them the tools to get into the workforce. So she's awesome. She, you know, putting that whole thing together, it could not have been an easy task.
She does an amazing job of it.
Sure.
She really does.
Really does. Yep.
Well, you know, is there anything that you particularly like to cook yourself? You know.
So, pro tip for the next time you interview a chef: don't ever ask a chef what their favorite meal is or what their favorite thing to cook is. Okay. That's like asking you what your favorite breath to breathe is. We just like cooking. That's the whole thing. We enjoy cooking for people and seeing them kind of enjoy the dish that you've created. It's, you know, I can get excited about cooking almost anything other than baking cakes. You know, it's the idea of turning these raw ingredients into a dish that is harmonious and sings and has contrasting flavors and textures, and watching that kind of come to life. And I mean, my 8-year-old's favorite thing to cook is a corn dog. Yeah. But it's the whole art of cooking. That's what's enjoyable about it.
That's great. That's great. That's good information.
Cooking very social at your house?
Socially awkward. Yeah, I'm usually saying get out, because I was making a pasta dish maybe a year or two ago at my house, and the boys were running around crazy. My wife was in there. I don't know, she's probably doing laundry, and I was cooking, and it was just nuts. And she was like, would you rather be cooking for 4 people right now or cooking for 100? And I was like, I would rather be cooking for 100 people.
Yeah.
In a field with no electricity than having to do this. It was just because I knew I was going to make this dish and they weren't going to like it and she wasn't going to like it. And it was all this effort. And then my boys were going to be like, can we have corn dogs? And I'm like, I hate you all. Daddy loves you. Daddy loves you.
That's understandable. So, you know, then what inspires you in those moments? Like, what inspires your cooking?
I mean, you know, thankfully, I don't love social media, but with social media, you have so much access to the entire world in different countries and continents and cuisines. And just seeing new recipes, new techniques, you know, there's nothing much new under the sun, but you only know what you've been exposed to. So with the internet, you're exposed to West African cuisine and Mediterranean cuisine and Japanese cuisine. So you can see things and then start putting different ingredients together and kind of make your own dish. Recipes can't really be copywritten, because I could see a recipe and then I could say add 1 tablespoon of lemon. Next thing you know, that's my recipe, because I tweaked it, I added my own touch, and that's what makes it different. So I don't know, it's just constantly being into what's going on, and just, you know, it's a muscle, but like everything else, you use it more, you get stronger at it, you get better at it, and then new ideas kind of come. So you just keep it fresh. But you know, we're creatures of habits like everybody else. It's Taco Tuesday. It's Meatloaf Monday. It's all the same. Everybody's having the same food. Yeah,
absolutely. And you know, when you're doing that, and you're taking all these things and these ingredients that you're finding, it's like painting a picture as an artist, right? Like you're out here Picasso with your plate.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, creating food is an art. It's just like everything. The plate is your canvas, and what you put on it is your masterpiece.
Amazing.
Or not.
What is the weirdest ingredient? I know, I just came up with that out of the blue while you were talking.
Like something like huitlacoche, which is like a corn fungus. Smells terrible, tastes terrible, but you know, they use it. It was one of the ingredients we had to use on Hell's Kitchen, and I didn't. It's like somebody putting a bull tongue out there.
Is that a common, it's
common in Mexico. It's not common here. It's black. It looks funky. It tastes terrible. Smells terrible. But you know, different countries, different cuisines, different things. You know,
very interesting.
That is interesting. I don't know if I would want to try that.
You should Google it and then order some from Amazon.
If it's I feel like I'm allergic to penicillin, so like, you know.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Every time I go to a restaurant, they're like, "Do you have any dietary restrictions or allergies?" And I'm like, "Penicillin. Don't put that in my fish. We'll be okay." Yeah, I'm good. That and beets. I like beets.
Oh yeah.
I used to say I was allergic to coconut because I didn't like it.
Yeah, I don't like the texture. I like coconut milk and curries. I don't like coconut.
Yeah, I
don't like peanut butter.
I have a disturbing story why I don't like coconut from a child. So
that'll be later.
Suntan lotion.
Eating a fly by accident. Yeah.
How did the fly and coconut?
So I was playing Little League Baseball.
Here we go, y'all. Buckle up.
And I had, Mr. Pibb in the dugout when I was playing Little League Baseball. I was out there in the field, got back, was taking a drink of my Mr. Pibb, and something was in there. And I thought it was a piece of like a little nugget ice, and I was and all of a sudden it was like real coconut flavor. I was like chomping on it. I was like, what is that? I spit it out. It was a dead fly.
So flies taste like coconut?
Yeah.
Good to know.
And so from that point on, I can never do coconut again. There you go, Murfreesboro. Now you know why Lance doesn't like coconut.
Interesting.
That's pretty awful.
Scarred me for life.
Clearly.
That's weird. I never knew flies taste like coconut.
Now you're out here. I'm going to kill some flies.
If you ever get any flies that you have to cook with, now you know.
Fly crusted shrimp. Coconut crusted shrimp. Dip it in some orange marmalade. Call it a bonefish dish.
Yeah, you're going to give people ideas. Let's not go there.
Ideas come from somewhere.
Well, what's next for Alex?
I don't know, honestly. It's my month-to-month schedule is so bizarre. I have a dinner next week in Franklin for a nonprofit that's working to prevent trafficking of women and children. And then I believe I'll do something else for Hell's Kitchen. I'm doing possibly like a comedy and cooking thing in Orlando in July. I literally have no roadmap with my life. There's no set thing. Every month is just totally different, random. Things come up, and that's just kind of how it goes. It's weird.
You said you were in a band and stuff, man. It's
yeah,
like touring.
I'm in a band. Well, that's so complicated. We put our album out, and I'm a 43-year-old chef. I'm not under the idea that I'm just going to blow up and become the next Jelly Roll. We're putting our music out. It's we've got over 300,000 streams on Spotify, which is great numbers, but we had a meeting with the management team, and they said our Instagram numbers were too low to work with. Wow. So that's just kind of the world we live in. My guitar player, he's the photographer and videographer for Shinedown and 3 Days of Grace. So he's on the road, and our other guitar player and producer, Ryan, is produced for Asking Alexandria, Bless the Fall, Memphis, like all those bands. So he's busy, I'm busy. Touring, unless somebody's going to say you're on an opening gig for a headlining act. Yeah. We can't go gig for $50 a night.
Yeah, exactly. No.
Bluesboro's gone. I can't go play there
I used to play at Bluesboro.
I did too, every Thursday while our band played there in college. It was crazy. I loved it. Yeah,
well, that's the thing though. If you do it because you love it, it's a lot of fun, right? And that's what I've done more with music because I love it. I've
learned that you don't have to make money out of doing something that you love. As long as you love it, there's joy in doing it, and that's why you wake up.
Absolutely.
Do things you like to do.
Well, you've been a pleasure today, Alex. We appreciate you being on here, man.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
Yes, it was really great. I learned a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Well, up next is Purple Paw's Pet of the Week. This week's Pet of the Week is brought to us by Sit Means Sit Dog Training, reliable obedience training for puppies and dogs of all ages. Well, this week, meet Butterfly. Butterfly comes to us from the Rutherford County Cat Rescue. She's a gentle, affectionate cat with a heart full of love, searching for a calm and caring forever home. She purrs the moment she sees her favorite person and loves cuddling up at bedtime. Butterfly may be a little shy when she first meets you or meets your pet, but she will quickly warm up. She will be your most loving and loyal companion.
If you're interested in adopting Butterfly, make sure that you reach out to the Rutherford County Cat Rescue and make Butterfly a part of your family. You can find that description below in our links.
Yes, and now we have our second guest. We have Miss Kelli Beam from the Rutherford County Chamber of Commerce.
Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me back.
Yeah, welcome back.
Yeah,
it's a pleasure.
Yeah, we're excited. So we've got a lot of things going on.
Yes, and we're excited to hear.
Yeah,
absolutely.
We got to be in the know. As they say, you got to spill the tea on what's
happening.
The
tea about
tea. What have we got going on? Well, since the last time we came, I came to see you guys. We have brought in some new businesses. Yes. Another thing off the list is Trader Joe's. So thank goodness I don't have to answer that question anymore.
Right?
That was a crazy day. It's a beautiful facility that they have. Really proud of that.
It's wonderful. We've been there a couple of times, and it is great.
And it's good because there's a lot of things that they have that I think a lot of people with some dietary restrictions really enjoy.
Well, they carry a lot of viral foods that are TikTok viral, and so every time we go there,
don't worry.
So my wife's been wanting the banana pudding ice cream because that's the viral thing right now, and so I went in there. Last week was her birthday, so I was going to try to find it for her birthday, and the guy was restocking the ice cream. I'm like, oh, today's the day. It's meant to be. be. And I was like, yeah, I'm looking for that. And he was like, oh, yeah, man, they line up at the door and it's gone in 2 minutes. They just buy like all of it at once. He's like, as soon as we put it out, it's gone.
Yeah. Well, my daughter does the same thing, and I was so confused whenever my 17-year-old was excited about a grocery store. I mean, it was quite interesting to know that she was excited about that. But we've had so many other great businesses, small businesses especially, coming into our community. Really proud of just the continued growth of the businesses that are here all across Rutherford County, not just Murfreesboro. So really thankful for that growth.
Well, I would be remiss if I didn't mention it was also Kelly's birthday yesterday. So
oh goodness, I know.
Oh look, your
I know my candle got
low. Way up.
so,
you don't see for the
I know, right? So thank you guys.
Make a wish.
I know.
You're welcome.
All right.
You're
I
here.
won't tell you.
I know.
Like all of a sudden I'm here. So thank you for having me
Comment
back.
happy birthday for Kelly,
I
guys.
know. Yeah, so excited about that. Thank you so much.
You're
I appreciate
welcome.
it.
You're welcome.
We're glad you're here.
Yes.
Glad you're here. Now, we talked a little bit about your family last time, but let's talk about Carly and the DECA competition.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Let me just tell you guys, DECA is a business organization that's within a lot of the high schools. And we had a lot of students from Tennessee that got to go to the state level. Carly and her team won at state, and they were able to advance to the national convention that was just held in Orlando. I don't understand why everything gets to be held in Orlando, but I digress. I know why, because, there's this thing called Disney and Universal and all that stuff. So just put kids where they like to play. But DECA has been in our high schools for a long time, and I'm really proud of the things that they're teaching our young people. I was able to sit front seat to everything that was going on this year just because she was there. And we went to Orlando for nationals. 29,000 students from all across the world were in this space at the Orlando Convention Center. And I will tell you, I was so impressed with these young people. These are our next leaders of our communities. These are the next leaders of our businesses. They really were just super focused. I did not see a lot of kids who were like acting out. They were really they were so excited about being there. Whenever I say all over the world, Dubai, I mean Japan, I mean all over the world. And it was so neat to see our kids coming together to learn about each other. Now they're connected for life through social media and things like that. And so to know that my daughter was exposed to all these different people that are going to grow this world. It's pretty exciting. So I'm really proud of Miss Ancal and the team over at Blackman. That's where she goes to school. But we had a lot of kids from different schools, Rockville, Stewart's Creek, that were able to go on to nationals. So really proud of that. So get involved. There's so many opportunities for our business people to get involved with our students. And DECA and Virtual Enterprise is actually one of the best ways for you to do that.
That's really refreshing to hear that many kids are not wanting. I say this, but not wanting to be an influencer or, you see so many kids, what do you want to be when you grow up? A YouTuber? An influencer? Yeah. And it's like, everybody can't do that. We start to.
They were doing business plans. They were doing financials. They were doing, like Carly and her team was about an event that we do for her disorder, Cure SMA. And so they did it on that presentation. Her presentation was about that event. So it was a community awareness piece. And so there were kids all throughout her school even that, like I said, did financials, did business plans, did some stuff I didn't even know what they were doing. It was very interesting. I was like, I've never done that, so I was equally impressed with the opportunities they even had to dive into business even more.
Wow.
That's great.
That's really amazing.
Yeah, they're going to be some of our new businesses here in Rutherford
Absolutely.
County,
Yeah. Well, and funny, one of our students, teams, they actually did a a program for a local business in town.
Wow.
In Bloom. And so it was really neat to kind of see. They did an AI generated person. It was really cool. I was super impressed. I was like, how did you even come up with that? But they met with the business owner, and how neat for them to actually be working with an actual business in our community.
Amazing.
So I just think there's so much opportunity for our kiddos these days. So it's pretty neat.
Great. It's
Yeah,
great.
awesome.
Well, we talked a little bit about the chamber, but you brought something here.
Oh, this is our visitor's guide. I love sharing this, and I think I don't know that I brought it last time.
You gotta hold it up high so you can see it on there.
Let me get to my
Finding a page.
Yes, I'm finding a page. I should have done that before. But this is our visitor's guide. I'll get it over here for you to see. We actually have this amazing traveling mural, and we have this in where we can take it out to different businesses and stuff. But this is just a great piece to showcase the different things that are going on in Rutherford County. I tell people if they have family in town, they don't know what to do with them, come by and grab one of these and take it home and say, go have fun. Because there's just a lot going on in Rutherford County that I don't think a lot of people know. And again, I say this all the time, go a street over. You might not have ever been there. There might be something interesting, and especially in Rutherford County, there's so much going on.
And
so
that map is not to scale.
That is not. But
But you can figure it out.
Yes, there's a key that follows along with the different things that are happening there. So if that's something that you want to find out about, just come by the chamber, pick it up. We'll have a brand new one coming out in July.
That's awesome.
But this is just another great piece that we promote at the chamber.
It's really cool. And, that's something about our show that we like to highlight that stuff because we're talking about
absolutely
the businesses and what makes Murfreesboro shine, right?
Oh, absolutely. And I think we are so blessed in this community, as we've talked about many times before. We've got people who are taking a chance on our community.
Right.
And sometimes it goes well, sometimes it doesn't, and that's okay. But we're one step closer to what everybody considers a success. So you just kind of take it as it comes.
When we have guests on that have been part or are currently part of the chamber, they bring it up. They're very proud of the association with the chamber.
Thank you.
We're happy.
Well, and we're so proud of the fact that we have so many amazing members, over 1,500 business members in our community that continue to invest.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are like, well, I can't come to an event, I can't do this, and that's okay. That's not what it's all about. The tourism piece, us participating with Rutherford Works and our school programs, the economic development piece. There's so many pieces and parts that you can be a part of without ever coming to a networking event.
Yeah.
That's just added extra.
Well,
Sprinkles on the cupcake.
Yep, absolutely.
And talking about events, we got Spring Fling. You want
We've
to tell
got
us about
Spring
that?
Fling coming up.
For the newbies, tell them what it is.
SSAA, you said it earlier. Tennessee Secondary Sports Athletic Association. I think
We're going to
go
go
down
down
that one. Yeah.
There you go.
And this is going to be happening. It's actually happening right now. It's the governing body over all of our high school all of our high school sports. They will be bringing in baseball, softball, track and field, tennis, and boys soccer and lacrosse. And we're really proud of that because that brings in millions of dollars. Every hotel will be full. Every restaurant should be full. And so we've got some really great opportunities to put our best foot forward right now from people all across the state. We are the geographic center of the state.
Yes,
so
we are.
for our folks in Knoxville who don't want to drive to Memphis, and our Memphis folks don't want to drive all the way to Knoxville, this makes a great middle. And it's just more, I consider it more affordable for our families and our teams to be able, because we've got some small communities that have some amazing student athletes that get to send them. And not all the time do they have all this money to do that. Right. So I feel like we're a good, affordable place to be able to bring our teams to. And we've got some great spaces for them to do their sports at. So a lot of the roads lead back to MTSU too. So that's the cool thing about it.
So in that as well, just to give people an idea, they're kind of spread around to different high schools and locations.
I know we've got sub-state going on. I think right now, tonight, some of the baseball teams are doing sub-state. We've got track and field, like I said, and then a lot of the teams will end up at MTSU. You can come out and see some amazing student athletes. These are kids who are going to be going on to maybe the next level within their colleges or just their high school careers. And what a great way to end it at a state competition.
So if you see an unusual crowd at a high school
If you
or
see
something,
a bus, all of our restaurants should be fully prepared to bring in all these teams, welcome them, put it on your kiosk, to your businesses, welcome TSSAA. We want to make those folks feel as welcome as possible because they come and spend money and then they go home. Yeah. We don't have to do anything for them except for provide just a great space to be.
Yeah. Wonderful. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for being here,
Kelli. Of course, I'm so
amazing.
Excited.
We're always glad to have you on here.
It's so fun, and I'm just, it's been such it's a busy year.
Yeah, I'm already,
50 ribbon cuttings this year, and just lots, and it's May.
Beginning
so at least 10 a month, and so what a beautiful thing for this community, continuing to celebrate growth all the way across. I know even yesterday, Stonecrest made an announcement that they're bringing another ER off of South Church Street, and so those are big things happening in our community. So I'm really proud of stuff.
That's awesome. And the public can attend ribbon cuttings, I know.
Absolutely. If you are part of this community and want to come and learn about businesses, please feel free to do so.
They love the support.
Yeah, so rutherfordchamber.org. You can get online and visit us under the events calendar there. Please just come and be a part because it's kind of like a kind of a visit before you shop kind of thing. You kind of check it out.
Especially if it's a restaurant, you get to try the food
a
lot of times.
Yeah, we love doing that, don't we? But I will say it is nice because it is one of those things where people like to be welcomed, and we are a very hospitable, is that a good word? Yes. Hospitable community. And I really appreciate everybody that comes out to support our local businesses.
Well, thank you as well. And just a reminder, the visitor's guide at the chamber.
At the chamber, just stop in. We have a beautiful wall. If you've never been in the chamber, just come visit and pick up a lot of materials. There's actually a wall that has materials from West Tennessee all the way to East Tennessee in the one-stop shop. And there's some really cool murals that are in our building as well that you can see. But if you want to know more about Chamber, typically on Fridays I do orientation, so you can always come find me as well. So.
Wonderful.
Awesome. Thanks so much for visiting with us again.
Thanks.
All right, guys, stop. Don't scroll just yet. We'll be right back after this message.
Russ Stover for Superior Overhead Doors. Russ, you work with some of the best builders in Middle Tennessee, and they trust you. Why would this be important to a homeowner?
Since we've done work for Old South probably since 1997, we also do Harney Homes, which are two very large builders in the Middle Tennessee area. I mean, if they trust us with thousands and thousands of homes a year and have for a long time. So I think our trustworthiness as to doing the service and doing our job right speaks for itself.
And your motto is?
Do it once, do it right.
Superior Overhead Doors, serving Middle Tennessee for over 30 years. Check them out at superiordoorsofTN.com.
We are back, and we just want to thank you guys for watching this amazing show. We had two amazing guests.
It's been a fun day. We had two birthdays.
We had two birthdays
yesterday,
but you
gotta
celebrate
today.
What do you say? It was bad luck if you celebrate
early.
Okay.
You can celebrate after the birthday or on the birthday, but you're not supposed to celebrate it before.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Good to know.
If you have German family, don't wish them a happy birthday early.
There you go. Very cool. Well, we got all kinds of fun stuff coming up next week.
Yes.
More fun events, tons of events around here. Amazing guests. We love our guests, and we have a lot more fun, just like we had today.
Yeah, today was great, and we'll have a new pet. Hopefully, our butterfly cat will get adopted.
Please.
We've had 2 or 3 that have been adopted.
Yeah.
That's great.
We actually, I feel like we're doing pretty great in that department.
I agree.
Well, we need to thank our sponsors.
Absolutely.
We have Superior Overhead Doors,
Titan Media Works,
Info Social Media,
615 Insurance,
Achieve Entrepreneur Center,
Hemispheres Wine Bar,
and Valley Growers, who has beautiful flowers.
Yes.
So make sure you go see them.
Yes.
This is Valley Growers by the co-op. Go over there and see them.
Yeah.
And talking about the Purple Paws Pet of the Week. Watch the replays, guys.
Yeah, some of those animals are still available.
Yeah, and sharing and talking about this and talking about our guests gets more people to see it.
Right.
And we really want to have we want to make our community shine, but two,
for sure,
these pets need help,
yeah.
you know.
They need a forever home.
I like it. I like it. That was punny. So yeah, go back and watch our replays, guys. Make sure you like and share with your friends, and if you see a pet or you see something that stands out to you with a guest or an event, share it. Tag people, yeah. Say, hey, they got this going on. Check this out, and let them know. Share it in the community.
And if you're watching on YouTube, you can subscribe.
Yeah, and we have to thank our staff.
For sure.
Yeah, Neil for the donuts coming on, you know, with that. We have Tammy who helps
Unofficial
out.
Staff.
Unofficial staff. We have Steven who makes us look good. We have Maria that does everything nobody else wants to do.
Right. Yeah. And Hemispheres, that allows us to be here every week. They are very generous with their time, opening up for us. We really appreciate all they do. Make sure you guys check their website for events that are coming up.
Yeah, and you know, if you're at the farmer's market, pop in down here because they're open for it.
Yes, they have breakfast snacks and a little
mimosa. I think they got Bloody Marys too.
And non-alcoholic drinks.
Yeah, you know, if you want a soda, you can come in. I can't say that, can I? It's Coke.
It's a Coke.
That felt wrong coming off my tongue. Well, from all of us here at Good Morning Murfreesboro, we wish you an amazing weekend.
If you're going to do it here in Murfreesboro.